Hey everyone, this is Sam, and today is going to be an advanced combat tips tutorial on Ghost of Tsushima, designed on helping you maximizing both your Terrify and Ghost Dance abilities. The goal of this tutorial is to make sure you can find the best ways to use these abilities and get to use them as often as possible so you can dominate your way throughout the course of this game with, little obstacles and little frustration. So if you enjoyed today's tutorial, please share and like, and if you would like to see more Tsushima tutorials, just make sure to subscribe. And if you want to catch up on the previous one, there's a playlist in the description of all the tutorials I've made on this game. So the first thing you're going to need is the Ghost Armor, and this is going to come available to you by the end of Act 2. And the key ability here is the kills have a 30% chance to terrify a nearby enemy. You're going to complement that further by using the two Charms of Fortunes, level 1 and level 2, which is pretty much going to give you now a 60% chance to terrify an enemy once you defeat someone. And you're going to further complement that by adding in the Charm of Susanoo, who originally has a 30% chance to knock down when staggered, but now it's also 60% because of your Charm of Fortunes. And when you combine that, you're going to get offense like this. So as you stagger an enemy, they're likely going to be knocked down. Charm of Susanoo effect there, 60% possibility. And this is incredibly useful against leaders. So when that square prompt comes up, just make sure you hold down square, and this will be an instant defeat on any enemy, including leaders. So late in the game, especially on lethal mode, this is a very fast and reliable way for leader defeats. And at the same time, remember, when you defeat someone, there's a 60% chance to terrify. So you can see the enemy in front of me, 2 of them actually got terrified. So I'm just doing the end suffering on one guy, chase this guy down. And now I went from 4 enemies to just 1. I was Charmed Susanoo finished 1 off, and I was also able to terrify 2 of them. And with the terrify 60% chance being so high, you're actually going to get a lot of these hilarious moments that are beneficial to you and incredibly funny. Like, I defeat that guy. This guy's terrified, so I decided to use the entire cannon on him. But his leader buddy is an absolute hero. Stood in front of it, makes no difference. Jin has no honor, and he's also a savage. So Terrify is huge in this game. Now, on lethal mode, this build on this setup actually has no problem. Just make sure you add in the Charm of Divine Healing level 2. That's absolutely needed in lethal mode in all situations. The Charm of Fortunate Return is something I like to use because now it's a 30% chance to give Resolve back. You don't have to use it, but you can add this in. The 6th one, I added in the Charm of Resistance to test it out, but this is a flex charm. Depending on the difficulties, you can put whatever you want here to suit your playstyle. But you can see here on lethal mode against I don't know how many enemies here, over 10 and multiple leaders. It's just this build and this way of fighting to drive up your Ghost Dance and to maximize Terrify this way is flawless. So you can see I did the Smoke Bomb into the Assassination. That's already 3 kills. So I need 2 more to trigger my Ghost Dance. But you can see because of the Terrify 60% chance, 2 people are terrified here, and when they're terrified, they're actually 3 defeats. So that gets me my 4th defeat, and this is the last guy left. 2 guys left. That guy ran away. I stagger him. I finish him off. I already have my ghost meter, and that other guy is also terrified. So in that sequence of events, I had about 5 kills, but I terrified 4 other enemies. So I cleared that whole group by doing very little if you really think about it. Now everyone is down. I get to just finish off the rest of the fight. And you can see just how many, I think I defeated 10 guys. So there's another guy. So remember, when they're terrified, it's same as an end suffering, right? So you get free resolve and a free defeat to further fill your ghost meter, who now only requires 5 kills instead of normal 7 because of the armor you're using. So that guy went down, no terrify triggered. But in one-on-one situation on lethal mode, you actually hit harder once you stagger someone. So we're able to finish that guy off. Make sure you mix in your arrows for just concentration, easy headshots, which further drives your ghost meter. I don't even have to use it, and I've done like what? I think 12 kills by now? Or at least I defeated 12 enemies because, some of them ran away. Explosive arrows to attack groups. Now, lethal hits really, really hard. 2 hits and I was down, but it doesn't really matter because of all the easy kills off of Terrify. I have plenty of Resolve. And because of the Fortunate Return, I actually got 1 Resolve back for that. And because of the Divine Healing, I get bonus for healing 50% below health. I get tons of it back. I staggered this guy. Charm of Susanoo trigger, 60% chance. Dodge that. You know, keep my distance. But apparently he got terrified of that Charm of Susanoo kill. So now he's another easy kill. Easy resolve refill. I got hit by the arrow. But the Charm of Resistance level 3 actually does pretty good against arrow. So I use one resolve, heal myself all the way back up. That's not too much damage even on lethal mode. So I get the headshot there. Trying to trigger a terrified. Nobody got terrified. But that's okay. So I just chase down, go for the squishies first. Try to get as many easy kills as possible. There's another terrified. He's scared. So save that for later. Wait for more enemies to come. Wait for it. Now do the end of suffering. Nobody triggered. So chase down the arrow guys. Once again, if you're below 50% health on lethal mode, heal with divine healing. You're gonna be able to take another hit. 2 hits, you're done on lethal mode. But with divine healing, at least you can, you know, get 1 hit back. That's an overkill there. But at least off that assassination, I was able to terrify this guy. He's running away. And I put a concentration mode, shoot him with the arrow. Hopefully he can terrify somebody else. Nothing happened there. So now we're facing 4 people on the leader. 1 bow. Take that 1 hit, we're still okay. Heal off the divine healing. Go for that stagger. Go for another. Oh, Charm of Susanoo triggered, so we went for the instant defeat there. Was able to scare this guy. That's another chance of another instant defeat. Chase down the squishies. Hopefully scare another person. If nothing, headshots. Now it's just a leader and the shield guy. Stagger as quickly as possible. Got plenty of resolve, so I can easily really do Heavenly Strike or Dance of Wrath. But, you know, save it for the healing because sometimes you get 1 hit. So I heal myself. Do the divine buff. Didn't get my resolve back that time, but it's okay. I still got plenty more. Charm of Susanoo triggered. And the Terrified triggers. 60% chance on both. Very likely odds that everything triggers at once. Chase this guy down. He ran away. Probably finish them off, you know, get some resolve back. Because one downside about this is that sometimes you lose resolve on enemies that run away because they're easy kills, right? But anyways, that's the way you do it with this build. And 5 kills to Ghost Dance is extremely OP. Because of your Terrify and Charm of Susanoo both standing at 60%, you're gonna get 5 kills really quickly before you know it. And you probably wouldn't even get hit because the Terrify is such an easy kill. So you trigger the Ghost Dance, and this is just, you're on your way off to, you can defeat 3 enemies here. Once you defeat 3 enemies, your Ghost Dance will shut off. So it's pretty much an ability to get 3 easy defeats. Use your 2-0s if you have to, because of lethal mode is very difficult. So make sure you use all your resources. And as you finish off your enemies, I think this was hard mode here because I just got lethal mode yesterday, but the previous gameplay you saw was lethal. But the idea transitions the same. When they're terrified, is a free defeat to build further Ghost Dance. So I just use my Ghost Dance here, right? And I'm already up to 2 defeats, so I just need 3 more. And I have all of my resolve, so it's going to be very easy to trigger. I put in the concentration arrow. Got a little bit blurry there, couldn't get the headshot. Throw my kunais in, get another defeat, and hopefully the defeat will trigger a Terrify. We weren't able to do, I think one guy got, that guy got Terrified, but I went for the Hound there. So now I'm at 5 defeats again, and I'll go right back to my Ghost Dance, and I clear the rest of the camp. Use it on the leaders, because 2 leaders, right? Save the Ghost Dance for them. Very one hit them. Much easier, especially in Act 3, you can play plenty of leaders. Finish that guy off, and the camp is now cleared. This is mastering terrifying Ghost Dance like that. It's OP, and you can also make some slight changes to the charms if you want to. Sometimes I like to add in the charm of broken barriers to replace the other ones, so I can get a much higher resolve return. This is most likely more useful in lower difficulties, but not on lethal. On lethal, you're gonna need the charm of divine healing level 2. You can see from this footage, this was on hard before I had access to the lethal mode. And before that, my gameplay actually focused heavily on resolve return. But on lethal mode, you don't want to do that. I actually have a new build coming out that's strictly focused on lethal mode and is game breaking. It's the scariest and most dominating thing I've ever seen in this game. Even more so than this one. But this one is more of a 2-way playstyle. This is still very, very good. You can see I broke his defense there, so I got resolve back. But also the Charm of Susanoo triggered because now it's 60%. I instantly defeat that leader again, and I actually got almost 1.75 resolve back off that sequence because of the staggering, the Charm of Susanoo, and the instant defeat. And obviously also the 60% chance to terrify this guy. He just didn't get terrified, but you know, Chamo Susanoo triggered again, so there off I go. So, this works on lethal, but this dominates on hard. So if you'd like to see more tutorials, just let me know, and I hope to see you guys again very soon.